It's week 6 of the NFL, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Bears, all that and more, coming up next.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a give right side. It's Barnett, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll keep it on the ground. Barnett, and nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 75 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball of the season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Saints at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Looking to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And if they're throwing on 3rd down, it's a good bet. They're going to look his way. He's the most reliable of their receivers. And he comes through there with a nice grab for the first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now back to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Day. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They're going to look to throw. No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On first down, it's Barnett. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. On second down, it's Barnett looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mason. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Down to about the 32. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Mills. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. That nice pickup of 17 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Barnett, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there, and another first down.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. On second down now, it's Barnett. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And Matt Eberflus
Eberflus clearly in disagreement with that last call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. And that is incomplete. And now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Mills. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Up the middle they go. It's Barnett, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Offense. On 2nd down, it's Barnett, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
First down, Saints.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Alexander. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw again. Yeah, quick throw here. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Over the middle, complete. It's Alexander. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Day. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. On 2nd down now. It's Barnett. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 38. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Barnett. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. He'll look to throw. Steps away under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Tried to create a little bit of that hocus pocus with some magic. But the defense, not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Second and 4. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Gets past 1 man. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And they'll keep leaning on the... Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Saints first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle they go. It's Sherman. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Complete to number 80. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Saints.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander.
Complete to number 3. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
2nd and 3. And this is caught by Watkins.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Alexander. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Extra point forthcoming. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Mills. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down, it's Barnett. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They're going to look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll run on first down. It's Barnett, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Barnett, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Barnett, and he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Up the middle they go. It's Barnett. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Barnett, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team, and they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So for the Bears, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.